Welcome to Medford Happenings, a show for and about the city of Medford. I am John Petrella. The purpose of this program is to give Medford citizens facts and information to help you make informed choices. And our guest for today's show is Paul Donato Jr., candidate for our Medford City Council. Paul, welcome to Medford Happenings.
John, thank you and crew for having me here today.
Our pleasure. We're going to start right off, Paul. We're just going to go right into questions here. So what we normally do, first question, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Paul Donato Jr.?
So my name is Paul Donato Jr. I'm a lifelong Medford resident. I was born here at the Lawrence Memorial Hospital. I've never left. I attended Medford High School and Davenport School, Roberts Junior High. I've been all over the city.
So the whole thing, you...
Yes. Part of my work history is I'm in the hospitality industry,
Right.
Catering and concessions. If you come by the farmer's market on Thursdays, you'll probably bump into me and my
Yes.
children selling Italian ice.
Yeah, you do a good job with that too, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you really do. So you're a lifelong Medford resident.
Yes.
Good to know. So what are the reasons? I mean, thank you for running for council. We appreciate it. But what are the reasons making you run for Medford City Council? I mean, why do you want the job, Paul?
The reason why I want the job is I want to be the voice for the people of the citizens of Medford that aren't being heard. There's a lot of people out there that they don't have this. They don't have an opportunity to be heard. And I just want to be that person to represent the people of Medford.
Put out information, listen to the people, do what the people want.
Yes, that's correct. There's a lot of stuff going on that
Yep.
people need to know about.
Okay. Do you want to get into what's going on, or I mean, a few things maybe?
Charter change.
Okay.
Is one
That was a
thing.
big one. That was huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of things that's happening.
Okay.
Zoning, taxes, cost of living, the infrastructure and roads.
Yep. And I think a lot of people agree with you, Paul, because the roads.
Yes.
Yeah, the roads, the infrastructure, yeah. There's a lot of people listening and watching that are going to agree with that. So, you know, some of those are good reasons. You know, as a council, let's say you get on the council, you become a council member. Any solutions? I mean, what do you look to do to resolve all these issues?
In my opinion,
Yes.
Mystic Ave is the gateway to the city.
Okay.
And about 35 years ago, people on the council had an idea to change Mystic Ave, and it was outvoted, and it didn't happen. And I believe that that is where we should start. We should focus our attention on Mystic Ave. Commercial and industrial zoning, high-rises. We have that whole side of 93.
Right. Yeah,
That-
Mystic Ave, yeah.
That we could put high-rises and mixed use and pedestrian walkways and the beer garden, things that we deserve.
Right, yeah. Not only for us, but bring some other people in too.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So why, I mean, do you see any steps? I mean, what's this, the current people running the city, do you see, I mean, what do you see getting done? Do you see any steps being taken as far as, you know, Mystic Ave is a great one, the squares, I mean, what do you see?
So I don't think that the focus should be on neighborhoods and residentials at this time.
Okay,
I think that we should focus on our commercial. We have Cane's Potato, the old Cane's Potato
right,
Chips.
yeah,
GE.
oh yeah, I forgot all about that,
Yep.
Cane's, yeah.
Cane's Potato Chips.
Yeah, big,
the
big lot, yeah,
GE.
yeah,
I mean, there's high-rise buildings there. You could build as high as you want, or 14 stories, 30, whatever
Right,
it may
yeah.
be. And it's not going to take away sunlight and ruin the neighborhoods that we currently have.
okay,
People move to this city, years ago in the 50s and 60s because of the neighborhood feel and the comfortability of knowing your neighbors. And I don't think that's happening anymore. I think that if they try to change the zoning in the neighborhoods, it's going to ruin some of that feel.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah.
I don't want to see that, in my
Wha-
opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, it seems like they're, they're focusing on parts of the city. It's all residential, and what they need to focus on, I agree, is the squares, Mystic Ave. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There's so
And-
much that potential that we have here in
Yeah.
the city that we're not using right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, those sites have been empty for a long time on Mystic Valley Parkway, and
yeah.
you want housing, that's the perfect place to start.
Right. So, I mean, basically, my next question, I was going to follow up on the zoning. What do you, I mean, we're discussing it, we're talking about what your opinions are. I think you covered it all, really.
So, roads and infrastructure. You
Right.
can't put Band-Aids on the streets right now.
Okay.
We need billions of dollars,
Yeah.
not millions.
So,
we need billions.
we've heard, yes.
Billions of dollars. And I don't think that they should be just patching up roads. Let's start in the bottom. Let's put in new gas lines, water
Okay.
lines, sewer lines. While we're at it, cable and electric. I think that they could, if they're digging up the streets and the streets open, let's move the pipes underground.
Right.
All right? So this way we can protect ourselves from future storms. I mean, we haven't really had any snow or some
Right,
serious
yeah, we've been
storms.
kinda
and,
lucky, yeah.
We have been lucky, but we don't know what's going to happen 25, 50, 100 years from now.
Right. Yep.
The infrastructure is over 100 years old, and I believe that
Yep.
we need to start there and getting some of the funds from the electric and the gas companies and let them pay for it. I know that when you dig up a street, they should be doing curb to curb.
Yeah.
Patchwork.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that, and I'm only laughing because we all know. I mean, we've seen it. Oh, I can name a dozen. Winthrop Street. I mean, all over the place.
Yeah.
Where they come. I mean, they'll go up the length of a street. Willis Ave, they're doing stuff right now. I don't know how that's going to end up coming out.
So in my study that I've been doing, the city of Medford does about 10 streets a year, complete streets.
Okay.
And I think that we need to have a 10-year program, and we need to build it up to 30 streets to 40
yeah.
streets a year
Okay.
in order to get to that 10 to 15-year
All right.
goal
Yeah.
to fix all of our
Yeah.
streets.
It
And
sounds like
we'll
it's a
let the
plan.
electric-
Yeah.
Yeah, let the electric company and
Let
gas
them-
company
yeah.
pay for some of that
Right.
infrastructure repair.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're the ones that are digging up our streets after it's just repaved. You just mentioned
I-
Winthrop Street.
yeah, yeah.
They repaved it.
How
and,
many
you know,
times?
and then 3 or 4 times they had to
Yeah,
cut it up, open, and start again.
Yeah, I know some people that live up there. They weren't too happy. It just kept. It was like the ongoing saga, never-ending
Never.
digging. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it seemed like.
Yes.
But great answer. Yeah, it makes sense to sort of do it all at once, get it done, do it right, and while you're open, that's a novel idea. Fix everything at the same time. Yeah,
If
and
we're
then
gonna-
move on.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's think
Yeah,
about
a little bit at a time.
a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get into
Uh-oh.
no economic development. It's in this city anyhow. I mean, it's stagnant at best. We just haven't, and I don't know what the reasons are. I have no idea what's going on, but you mentioned Mystic Ave. There's so much potential, but anyhow, what are you going to do to get?
Well, I know the current council voted to change Salem Street. We can start with that if you'd like.
Right. Yeah.
I think that if a new council is elected, we can bring back some of those ordinances and things
Yeah.
that they have changed.
Right.
If we can change the council, we can change some of the things that
Right.
they have brought
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
As far as, I know you're talking about this, but I
Yeah.
don't think the council should be talking about issues not in the city of Medford,
Okay.
right? I know we didn't bring it up, but
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, yeah, I mean,
let's focus
yeah.
on what's going on in our city.
okay.
It's not that I'm concerned about what's going on in other parts of the country and in the world,
We all are, right.
but right now Medford needs us.
Yep.
And
Oh, I hear you loud and
let's
clear.
focus on Medford before we start focusing on the rest of the country and the world.
Yeah.
Right now, my opinion.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense because there are a lot of issues in Medford.
Yes.
We discussed some.
Parking, there's
Oh,
so many different
yeah,
issues that we could talk about.
And this zoning, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm going to get back to it, but it just seems like it's just being pushed. It's not even a question of, it's just like being forced. You're going to take this, we're going to build, do whatever with these lots. It's confusing to people. It's complicated.
The people need to be informed.
Yeah.
They're not being informed
Right.
properly.
Yeah,
Robocalls, brochures. Let's if we're gonna do this, let's
Yeah.
do it right. Let's not rush it.
yeah.
I mean, just like the charter change, the charter change was in process for 10 years.
Right.
It took the charter commission 2 years to come up with a plan.
Right.
And they came up with a great plan.
I thought so.
They came up with a great
I
plan.
thought so.
And then at the last minute, there was some backdoor deals, or
Yeah,
whatever.
something happened 'cause it got
happened.
changed.
It
Or they
changed.
tried to
They
change
tried
it.
to change it,
Yeah.
and thank God the mayor stepped up.
Right.
And at the last minute, she
Yeah.
conceded to a few things.
Right.
And I think that she did a great job by
Yeah.
keeping ward representation. And
Yeah.
hopefully it passes the legislature.
Yeah. So, yeah. She definitely, what we would say in the old days. I say the old days, but she told the line for us. She really did.
She did.
Yeah, when
She
it
did.
came to that.
Yep, she did.
She held her ground.
She did hold her ground.
Yeah.
She did a good job.
Yep. So, talking about a lot of good stuff. I like what you're saying. I
Yep,
do. No,
okay.
I like what you're saying. It's interesting. So, this is kind of like a general question, okay?
All right.
What do you see? For the future of Medford. What do you see? I mean, what do you envision?
Let's bring in some big name companies.
Yeah.
I mean, right now the mayor is looking at Budweiser for Market Basket.
Right. Yeah.
And if Market Basket doesn't work, because they have their own internal problems going on right
Yeah,
now.
they do. Yeah.
My opinion, again, this is my opinion,
Yeah.
with Encore and everything that's going on, and they're trying to build a soccer stadium, there's nothing for families and children to do,
Right.
okay, in that area. And I believe that something like, just throwing it out there, a Great Wolf Lodge, something for families that, we can get a good tax break from a big hotel chain like that to
Right.
come in. That's
Yep.
a perfect location. Indoor activities, something for families to do.
Right.
Grandchildren, children of all
Yeah.
ages can go in there and enjoy themselves. I really do hope that the mayor and
Yeah.
everybody can get together and
Yeah.
bring in a Market Basket. But if that fails,
Yeah.
that's just something I'm throwing out there,
Yeah.
in my opinion, again. Big business is
Right.
what we need.
And I'm going to say, at the beginning of the conversation, I drive around the city all the time. You made some great points because I live I'm on Windsor, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I drive by the old Canes factory, and it's been like that. Oh, jeez, I don't know, Paul. How many years?
Almost 10 years,
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
believe.
the building is horrible looking. It's let's be honest. I mean, it's huge property.
It's a big piece of property.
Yeah, and then at the end of Commercial Street, on the
It goes all the ways almost to the end of Riverside Ave.
yes, right, yeah.
That
yeah,
whole piece of
yeah,
property goes
right.
from
Yeah, it's
Mystic
pretty,
Valley Park.
yeah.
There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
A lot of commercial growth. I
Yeah.
mean,
And then even on the left-hand side, now that there's
General
that's
Electric,
all.
yeah.
I don't know what happened with that. That's gone, but
yep, it's gone. They took
it's
the building
empty
out.
and
Of course, they pay less taxes.
yeah, no, I mean it's empty. Everything from there is also gone. So, but yeah, I mean when you look around, Yeah, I could think of, like you said, you made me think of it, put it that way, but there is a lot of room for, some good-sized stores, development, even what you mentioned earlier, for kids and,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a lot going on. We just did Medford, Malden, and Somerville, I believe, have a program for undeveloped children.
right, yes,
That
yeah,
they just started.
they started that
And
recently.
that's correct. And I think that we need to start focusing on our children
Right,
and their education and things for them to do.
right, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I wish I had some of those things when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, well, we had things to do.
We did.
We had the movie theater. We had, Papagino's. was a-
Papagino's.
was-
Actually, I worked at the movie
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
as a-
So there you
yeah.
go. Yeah, I remember the movie theater, and then we had quite a Woolworth. A lot of things to
Yeah,
do.
a lot of
and
things
the
to do in
square
the
was
square.
always busy.
happened. There was a
yeah.
McDonald's in
Yeah.
the square. I don't say to bring that type of.
Right, no, I understand.
I like the mom and pop, the Alamo,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Nappies, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have some great cuisine and great restaurants in
We
the city.
definitely
I
do.
don't want to see chain restaurants like that
Right,
come into
yeah.
the city, but some more mom and pop stores
Yeah. Would be nice.
would be nice,
Yeah.
just like they
Yeah.
did in Somerville. I'm not going
Right,
to mention
yeah.
Assembly Road.
No, I know, but yeah, make it. You can do a lot of things, but keep it like a. I don't know what the words are. Maybe you could describe it better than me. But I always think like, yeah, we want to grow, we want to. But I agree with you, small business, but down on Mystic Ave, and you mentioned where Canes and all that. Let's bring in a big lodge, or
Yeah.
that's where you put up your 10, 15 stories, whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, with
Housing and mixed
Yeah,
use.
you can
and,
do a
there's
lot of
a lot of
different
the things
things,
can be
yeah.
done around
Yeah,
there.
that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting stuff you brought up. All right, so now let me get into my favorite things to ask people, the personal questions, okay? I'm just gonna, I ask this of everybody.
Okay.
What is your least and most favorite things to do in Medford? You've been here a long time, and I don't, if it's a small list, big list, but what is the least? What is the most favorite?
Oh, jeez. The least favorite thing to do in the city is right now to walk the streets. I've been walking the streets since I was a kid.
Right.
But walking the streets right now, the sidewalks and streets are in deplorable condition.
yeah, I
and
hear ya,
it's dangerous.
Yeah,
A lot of ADA requirements that still aren't being met on a lot of streets.
okay.
I've noticed overgrown trees that are ruining the sidewalks. And I'm all for the trees.
Yes.
Medford's a tree
Yeah.
city, and
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. But we have to, I think, replace some of the trees of the roots that grow up and out.
Yeah,
that
they're
are-
up and over the sidewalk.
and ruining our sidewalks to the new type of trees that grow down and don't disturb the sidewalks.
Yeah, that's a great answer. The least favorite is to walk. Oh my goodness! No, it's true. I now that I think, because I have a dog, I walk. I'm down by the rink. I'm on
Yep.
Locust Street,
Well,
and
at
I
least
tell you, it's tough over there too. Now that I think about it, like you got to really be looking down.
Yeah, you got to pay attention.
Yeah,
when you're
you
walking.
really do. Yeah,
There's a lot
yeah,
of
that's good
a lot of
point.
raised sidewalks and concrete,
kind
asphalt.
of. That's kind of a good answer. I like that answer. And it's true. So,
Some of
okay.
my favorite things to do
Yeah.
in Medford. So Medford is, without a doubt, location, location, location. We are 5 to 6 miles from Boston.
Right.
We're so lucky that we can hop into the North End,
Right.
Chinatown,
Yep.
Government Center, State House. All of that stuff is right down the street.
Yep.
We, like I said, location, location, location.
Right.
Everything in business, that's the first thing you look at is location.
Yep.
And I think that we have one of the greatest locations here in Medford, and some of the restaurants, the cuisine, everything we have here in Medford.
Right.
It's family orientated.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. And we want to keep it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
So that's why I said big business, but not too big
Right.
business.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
You're more or less like taking sections and doing, this is, I'm not putting words in your mouth,
No.
but you're taking sections of the city and you got a good vision, I would say, for what needs to go in this section, and I like that. We're not going to just do the whole thing the
At
same
once.
everywhere,
No,
or
that's-
at once, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
and right now I think that's the problem. They're trying to do the zoning all at once, and the residents and the citizens of Medford need to, digest one thing at a time.
Right. Yeah.
So let's, like, Mystic Ave, again, the gateway to the city.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's our gateway to the city.
Right, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we know that the infrastructure is fairly new on Mystic Ave.
Yeah.
And can handle some big high-rise
Right.
buildings.
Yep.
And it's not going to take away
Yeah.
sunlight and air rights from some of the neighborhoods that they're currently talking
Right.
about.
No, I hear you. No, it makes sense.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have a single family home,
Right.
and I don't want a monstrosity next door to me that's going to take away my sunlight
Yep.
and air rights. Even though the planes fly over.
Right. No, I know.
I
We
still
all-
want to see the numbers on
yeah,
those tails when they
all
drive by.
We all get that. I know. Yeah, we all get the planes every whatever it is. It seems like a week, and then they go away for a couple, then they come back. But yeah, no, I understand that. I know a lot of people that single families, and you think about what they want to do, and yeah, I guess you could probably you could really do a job on a neighborhood, doing it like that. It just doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, that's you got South Medford, North Medford,
Right.
East Medford, Wellington Glenwood.
Right.
You have Hillside, West Medford.
Right.
And I don't think people started to realize about the zoning until the word West Medford came up.
Right, yeah.
And then that woke people up.
It woke everybody
It
up.
woke everybody
Yeah.
up. And I think that Salem Street, unfortunately, got the brunt of it right now.
Yep.
But if a new council is elected, maybe we can bring back some of those
Yep.
things that they have changed.
Make changes, but do them the right way.
Do it the right way, and don't rush. There's
Yeah,
no rush.
There's no rush. You're
There's
right.
no rush.
Yeah.
Again, Mystic Ave,
Yeah.
the gateway to the city. Start there.
Yeah.
Don't start in the neighborhoods. Don't start on the congested areas. Start on Mystic Ave, where we have plenty of room.
Right.
You want housing? There's got to be developers out there
know, I
that'll
know.
love to build a
I hear
14,
ya.
15-story
Yeah.
building with mixed use and
Right. Yeah, yeah.
10%
Yeah.
affordable housing.
Yeah.
We can make some concessions
Right.
to get them in there.
Right, and it's not going to hurt the neighborhood. It's
not gonna hurt the
block
neighborhoods.
sunlight. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's where that stuff would belong. All right, so I got one last question. Which is kind of important, probably. If someone wants to reach out to you, Paul, get in touch with you. What's the best way to do it? How would they do it? Do you have a website, or what's
We
going on?
just set up a website. It's Donato, Donato, the number 4,
Okay.
.com.
All right.
And my email address is paul@donato4medford.com.
Okay. Now, for all the people watching it that are like me, and I start to write something down,
Yeah?
and then I never finish, can you just repeat it one more time for them?
Yes, I'm sorry. Paul, Paul, at Donato, Donato, the number 4, Medford, Medford.com.
Great. Excellent. It's unfortunately the show's got to come to it. I enjoyed talking with you. I really did. It was
I appreciate
Yeah.
you and your crew for having
yeah.
me here
No,
again.
it
Thank
was
you.
nice. I enjoyed the conversation. It's like I'm having Saturday morning coffee with the guys. It was pleasant, nice conversation, and a lot of good points were brought out. I think So, so I want to thank Mr. Paul J. Donato Jr. again for joining us on Method Happenings. And secondly, I want to thank him for being a candidate for a Medford City Council. A lot goes into running for City Council, and it takes a lot to step up and do it, so I want to thank you for that, Paul. I also want to take a minute to thank everyone who has been watching the show. I want to thank you for the feedback. You know, we get positive, negative, we'll take it all. The other thing is, if you would like to share a comment, if you're a candidate for any city office, you're running for re-election, if you're opening a new business, if you'd like to open a new business, if you have an existing business, you represent an organization with an upcoming event, would like to appear on a future show, you can contact us at, very simple, my name, John Petrella, Petrella 55 at gmail.com, and you will also be able to see replays of this show. They're putting us on Medford Community Media. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m., 6:30. Sometimes you'll see the show at 7. You might see more than one show. But I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank Paul again. And you can also see Medford happenings on medfordtv.org, YouTube, and Facebook. So from all of us at Medford Happening, I'm John Petrella, and stay informed. Thank you. Ta-da!